All right, going live here for a little bit. I have a little time to kill. Um, yeah, so a little bit here. I'm going to the DMV, and I figured I'm just sitting around, so why not do a live stream and shoot the breeze here for a little bit? And yeah, I don't know who's around on a Thursday morning, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, I know everybody's probably working, but I'm here. I'm off, so let's talk. And while I wait, I will look around a little bit at movie news. John Carpenter watched Barbie, says the film went right over my head. Hey, Alter Ego, good morning. Yeah, so John Carpenter was perplexed by Barbie. Apparently, he watched it. I would love to somebody needs to sit down with John Carpenter. So again, John Carpenter watched Barbie. That's in the news, and I would love. Yeah, apparently the movie went right over his head. I would love for someone to sit down with Carpenter and like have him do like an hour long rant. I don't know. I mean, the only A24 movie that I've seen is Uncut Gems. Actually, no, I've seen X. Wasn't X an A24 movie? I wasn't too big on that one. I know they're doing the Iron Claw, which is a biopic on the Von Erichs, the wrestling uh, dynasty. That looks interesting. Hey, Junebug. We got Ruben. Yeah, I need to that one. I need to rewatch again. I remember liking the '50s Fly movie, but I don't. I reviewed it maybe 3 years ago on the channel, but I don't remember much about it. I have a Blu-ray set of the some of the like some of the Hammer horror movies. I have them in a Blu-ray pack. Yeah, yeah, that was a good one. I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, that was a good movie. I wouldn't even say The Whale. I mean, and I've seen the movie, but Brendan Fraser's not bad in the movie. Like he does a good job, but it's not a film that the subject matter is very heavy, and it's just not a rewatchable movie. Louis doing good. Well, he's an outside cat now, so I mean he's running around here. Well, I mean, that would be like a separate video if if I made like a separate video where I try to campaign for an interview with Ted Sutton to get 100 likes. Yeah, um, but you know maybe someday. I didn't know that. Wasn't one of those actors in the Saw movies Norm Macdonald and Dave Chappelle movie? No, I haven't. If Kevin owns a bacon factory, that'd be funny. Kevin Bacon and the Bacon Factory. How about that? It would be like You could make it like Willy Wonka, but Kevin Bacon's your villain, and he plays himself. Instead of Oompa Loompas, you would have um, a bunch of they thems. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I'm just being stupid. But I could see that happening. Top five Jackie Chan movies: Rumble in the Bronx, Legend of Drunken Master. Going off the ones that I've seen, Rush Hours in there. Um, was it Operation Condor? I really like that one. And then I would say Police Story. I don't know in what order, but those are my top five. That's cool. The granddaughter of Bella Lugosi. That's pretty cool. So yeah, around lunchtime, I'm going to the DMV. That's fun. I have to renew my license because it's been expired for a week now, and I have to do it. But I will be working on more videos this weekend here because next weekend I'm going out of town. So I'm going to try to get as much done as I can uh, over the next 3 days here, and get some videos done and upload some stuff. I've never seen any of the best movies. I know that's weird, but yeah, I haven't. I want to though. Um, I did watch one movie this morning. I watched this movie called Whitewater Summer with Kevin Bacon and Sean Astin. And it's such a weird movie. Like it's a coming of age drama, but Kevin Bacon, his character in the film, comes off very deranged. Trying to teach these lessons to Sean Astin, endangering the lives of these kids. And I'm like, maybe it's a good idea to never spend time in the wilderness with Kevin Bacon. The guy's a ticking time bomb. Yeah, the Tremors movies. I love the first movie. Tremors 2 is a good sequel. Tremors 3 is okay. Tremors 4, I'm not a fan of. But I have the only one that I don't have is Tremors 3. I do have the Tremors TV show right there. I can see it. But I know I got the first two, and I think I got four, but I need to get three. Deep Blue Sea didn't need sequels. But yeah. But yeah, that movie Whitewater Summer is just a weird movie. There's a couple of good songs in the soundtrack. Like at the end of the movie, you have that song "Be Good to Yourself" by Journey. That's a good song, but it's a weird drama trying to teach these kids how to be, you know, come into their own. And I don't know, like if I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I'll give that movie a 5. That would have been interesting to see Bruce Campbell as Shooter. Yeah, because Kevin Bacon, he will lose it. It seems like whether it's Whitewater Summer, The River Wild, Friday the 13th, they slash them, Kevin Bacon, whenever you put him in the wilderness situation, you're either going to be confronted by the bacon, or you're going to be taken hostage by the bacon. Yeah. Well, I've never seen Tremors 5 or 6 or 7 for good reason. Norm Macdonald as the Riddler. Hey, Batman. Riddle me this, Batman. What do you call I don't know. I try to do a Norm impression, but can we get that movie? Can we get Norm Macdonald as the Riddler? I would watch that. Yeah. Like I now I can't get that out of my mind. Norm Macdonald as the Riddler. Nick Nolte as Crane. Yeah, right. Sonny Chiba as Splinter. Yeah. Did you know that Norm Macdonald was actually considered for the Matthew Broderick Park in Godzilla? If that's true, I mean, I don't know. As much as I like Norm, I don't know if he could pull it off. Like Matthew Broderick, he's an actor that can, pull off characters either comedically or dramatically. And Norm Macdonald, I mean, I don't know if he would work. Maybe if you had like a Matthew McConaughey, he would work, or maybe a Bill Pullman, or somebody like that that would have done just as good. Artie Lang is Michelangelo. No, I would not want to see that. Yeah, note to self. I was just. It's funny you mentioned that. I was just rewatching a little bit of Dirty Work again last night. It was on Pluto for like 5 minutes. It's a fun movie. Norm Macdonald as a Spectre Gadget. Yeah. Yeah, go Gadget. I could see that. That'd be fun. Now I want to see that. Chevy Chase. I don't. Michael J. Fox was considered for what? Godzilla? Maybe that would have worked. I could have seen Michael J. Fox as Matthew Broderick, that character. What if Alexander Haja directed a? It would have been better than what we got. Hey, Alex. I don't think that's going to happen. Like, look around today. Do people really talk about Inspector Gadget? For the people that are 30 and under, I mean, I know who Inspector Gadget is. You guys know who Inspector Gadget is, but do you think today's generation really cares about Inspector Gadget? That's a good movie. Yeah, Serial Mom, that's a fun movie. Warwick Davis is the Penguin. Bruce Campbell was going to be in that too. That would have been fun. I've never seen Cutthroat Island, but I have it on DVD somewhere. I'm sure it's in my collection. I haven't seen it, but I mean, I've heard. Yeah, I mean, that would have been interesting to see. What if Keanu worked with John Woo back in the day? I think they can still work together. I mean, John Woo, I mean, I like the trailer for Silent Night. So it could, if they were to work together, it could still happen. I mean, it's one of those things that, yeah, maybe it should have happened 20 years ago, but, it seems like John Woo still has it. And Keanu can still go despite what I feel about John Wick 4. So they can still do something. I'll go with Hulk. A Willow 2 back in the day, I don't know. I mean, Warwick Davis, by that time, he was into the Leprechaun franchise. What if they made Scooby Doo a Western movie? Do it in do it in the style of Tombstone. Shaggy can be Wyatt Earp and Scooby could be Doc Holliday. I don't know. Yeah, do not poop on the table. Yeah, it should have happened. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, it's sad because Anthony Hitchcock's I have seen Waxwork, but I haven't seen the second one. And I think he direct a movie with Dolph. Was it Stormcatcher or Bridge of Dragons? It was one of those. Um, I haven't seen every film by Anthony Hitchcock's and Jeff Burr, but rest in peace to them both. Yeah, Pumpkinhead's a good horror film. Tubi recently made an animated Winnie the Pooh movie. Yeah, I'm sure it costed $2 to make. He directed Stormcatcher. Okay, yeah, I remember that one. Like it was okay. Um, well, I haven't seen any of stuff from Jeff Burr, so I Anthony Hitchcock's. I've seen more of his stuff than Jeff Burr. Yeah, he also directed Hellraiser. It's funny because I have never seen any of the Hellraiser sequels. I love the first movie, but I haven't seen the second one, the third one, which I think by now there's what 10 of them, maybe 11. I don't know who the Scott brothers are. What if Spielberg made a Winnie the Pooh film? I don't know. It'd be like Schindler's List or something, or it would be like I don't know, Saving Private Pooh. Yeah, Treat. I mean, he's definitely missed. Treat Williams, great actor. I still I still can't believe he's gone. I mean, the guy. It feels like he's still around, but he isn't. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. Like it doesn't really compute because he was such a great actor, and it doesn't feel like he's gone. Would have Sean Penn made an adaptation of Wind in the Willows? If Vincent Price was the host of The Price is Right, that'd be fun. Yeah, sorry if I look a little bit tired. So I've been up since like 4:30. Like lately, I just been getting like I'll get 6 hours of sleep and I'll pop up. I always try to go for like 7, but around 6, I'm up. Yeah, I miss Julian Sands. Insomnia, not really. I mean, with work and all, I go to bed at a decent time. 10 o'clock, just about every night. Um, but I think, which last night I still went to bed at 10, even though today I'm off. Um, but I don't know, just it's just a pattern that I can't really break. Usually I get about 7 hours of sleep, and I would say for the past 3 4 days it's been around 6. So, I mean, I'm surprised I'm not yawning more here in the live stream. Yeah, I don't remember that. I've only seen the first Psycho. Tom Holland, actor versus director. The director's better. Fright Night, Child's Play. I mean, come on. I still haven't seen Virus, but I have it in my collection. Somewhere. It's in my collection. What if Judd Apatow directed a Bambi movie? It would not be good. I've never seen I've never seen Orca the Killer Whale. I've heard of it. Where did you come up with these questions, Ruben? What if John Woo directed The Lion King? Come on. I don't know where you come up with these questions. Then I can try to come up with a funny answer, but I'm a little bit out of it right now. I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah, that would have been cool to see Bruce Willis work with John Woo. Oh no, you're fine, Ruben. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with funny ideas here. Yeah, I've heard about that. What if John Woo directed a horror movie? Maybe if it was like an action movie with elements of horror, that could work. Maybe you could do that. Oh, yep. There you go. Yeah, I've never seen The Hunter. What if Seth Rogen made a Tarzan movie? Oh my god. Tarzan be played by Paul Rudd. Jane would be played by, I don't know, Leslie Mann. Who knows? Who knows? Did I hear Cujo is finally releasing a 4K? No, I didn't hear about that. I just looking at movie news here. Malone, I've never seen. I've heard of it though. The Rocketeer reboot. Really, they're doing that? Hmm. Have you seen? No, I've never seen that. I've heard of Night Gallery, but I've never seen it. Yeah. Well, I've never seen the show, but I keep thinking like maybe I've seen stuff like shows that are similar. Like where a guy he has a relationship with inflated balloons, or somebody's in love with their car, stuff like that. I've never seen Cool as Ice. Ralph Macchio, yeah. I mean, you could say that. I mean, he was in My Cousin Vinny. Hey, Derpy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think I've heard about that one, which is disgusting. Yeah, I remember Hey Dude. I mean, it was like when it came out, I was what, two? Hey Dude. It was like a ranch series. Like it was kind of like a drama, like a comedy series on a ranch with teenagers. Hey Dude. Now that makes me feel old. What if Matt Reeves directed a Zorro movie? That'd be interesting. Yeah, R. Kelly's in prison, and I'm glad. Exactly. So reviews that are coming up that I want to work on this weekend here. Well, I do want to do so. Kevin, who's a Patreon member, he's been waiting on a couple of requests. Um, for the original Time Machine, which I have the Blu-ray and the remake, but I also want to get done reviews for Vanilla Sky, Ticks, the Monster Squad, and the Dead Zones. So I'm gonna try to get those out in the next 3 days. Sea of Love, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it. I don't know what Michael Bay directing a Back to the Future. A lot of explosions. The Super Mario Brothers live action film. Yeah, it's a fun movie. I do like it. Hey, how you doing? Stuart Little's getting a series. I didn't hear about that. Hey, Alex. Hope you're doing well. I've never seen Lost Highway. That was 10 years ago. What was 10 years ago? Blue Velvet, it's a weird movie, but I could watch it. It's David Lynch. I mean, it's a bizarre film, and that's an understatement. But Blue Velvet, again, I can watch it. I mean, it's for anything for Dennis Hopper, for his crazy performance in that movie. Blue Velvet, uh, for Dennis Hopper, yeah, it's a weird watch, but a fun watch. I do have it on Blu-ray. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, Clarissa explains it all. Yeah, I remember that back in the day. Na 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 na. Yeah, I remember that. Like, back in the early '90s, all those Nickelodeon shows like that, and Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Double Dare, Wild and Crazy Kids. I remember all that. We're getting a Spawn reboot in 2025. I don't know how that's going to pan out. Uh, Actually, I have to go with I would say, gosh, favorite Dreamwalk, probably Stir Crazy. Him and Richard Pryor. Yeah, Salute Your Shorts. That was fun. Like I remember the theme song for that. That character in the show was it Zeke the plumber. That character gave me nightmares when I was a kid. Yeah, the Amanda show. I remember Amanda Bynes. Yeah. Hey, Declan. I've never seen Behind Enemy Lines. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would ever happen. I mean, they've been on and off about that for years. The last thing I've heard about that is Jamie Foxx, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like he's going to play Spawn. If Ivan Reitman directed Superman, I think it'd just be too funny. Yep, I remember the Beetlejuice cartoon back in the day. Yep, I remember All Real Monsters. Favorite Gene Hackman movie? Um, he's been a lot of great movies. It's almost hard to choose. Let me look up here. I mean, I could think of a few off the top of my head, but Unforgiven's great. Um, I'm gonna say for now, I mean, Uncommon Valor. That's a great movie with Gene Hackman. For the moment, I'll say Unforgiven. Ivan Reitman almost directed a Wonder Woman. I can't even talk right. Wonder Woman movie back in the day. I don't know if that would have been good. I don't know. So the actor strike is still going on, but the writer strike is over. They want more money. That's what it is. Man, believe you know what? With the sequel to the reboot, keep delaying it. I mean, that's just me. I have a feeling. I mean, even though they might try to fix things, but I have a hard time believing that it's going to be even slightly better than what we got the first time around. Oh, you mean True Grit? No, I've never seen the original True Grit. What if Rob Zombie directed an Alice in Wonderland movie? It would be like the Monsters. Awful. Hey, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Well, actually, right now it's in the morning. It's, yeah, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I need to rewatch Halloween 3, but I do like Halloween 3. Yeah, The Dark Man, the first movie is good. I've seen Dark Man 2, but I don't remember anything about it. Let's just say if we get Spawn reboot and Mortal Kombat 2 in 2025, yeah, it might be a repeat of those. Things can only get worse. I mean, just look at this year and how bad this year has been. And by 2025, we might get it will probably be like a, deja vu of what happened, with Annihilation and Spawn. Yeah. I mean, I much prefer cartoons back in the day than now. Yeah, when are we going to get a Pringles biopic? We're getting a biopic and everything else. What about the guy that invented Pringles? He deserves the A24 treatment. Get A24 to do that movie. How about that? Let's make the Pringles biopic an artsy fartsy project. Another Street Fighter reboot? Come on. Yeah, RZA. I mean, I honestly he would have been better than he would have been better than 50 Cent in the Expendables 4. I've never seen The Shootist. Yeah, I've never seen the animated movie, but I want to. Yeah, speaking of that, actually, there's a trailer out. I think there's like a documentary being made on that where George Romero almost made the Resident Evil movie back in the day. And I think Fabio shared it. And I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. Yeah, I do remember Pete and Pete. That'd be interesting. I'm a little surprised though, like the more you're thinking about it. I mean, as much money as Super Mario Brothers made, I mean, the movie that just came out, I'm a little surprised that they haven't thought or the idea of making like a Crash Bandicoot movie in that style. I mean, if you compare, yeah, I mean, Mario was a bigger character. You know, everybody knows Mario and the other supporting characters. It'd be interesting to see if, like, if they could do that with Crash Bandicoot. I don't know. Yeah, I look forward to that doc. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the two. Well, I've only seen the first Sonic movie. I want to see the second one. That'd be cool. Yeah, I did enjoy the first Sonic movie. I mean, so look at those movies. You know, why aren't they like, exploring more properties where they're, where they can either, blend live action with animation, like the Sonic movies, or just do it like the Mario movie that just came out. Why is it that, in the case of the Mario movie that just came out and Sonic movies, why is it that they can get those right, but they can't get Mortal Kombat right? Alex, I know, you know, being a big fan of the 1995 movie, why is it that nine times out of 10, well, I would say again, Mario and the Sonic movies, they are good templates for, how it can be done right. Why can't they get Mortal Kombat done or do it right like those movies? What if Tim Burton directed a Bram Stoker biopic? I don't know about that. I mean, it seems like that's the mandate now, where we have to have a character that uh, look at Cole and the reboot to Mortal Kombat, where it's basically he's like the Winter Soldier. We have to have a character that is Marvel like or comic book like. We can't have Johnny Cage lead the movie. We can't have Liu Kang lead the movie. Yeah, comedy is dead. Yeah, I mean, comedy's dead. Or it's, I would say, well, yeah, it's dead. I was going to say dormant, but it's dead. Yeah, Brandon Lee would have been cool as John Wick. I've always said that, if Brandon Lee lived, he would have had the trajectory of Keanu Reeves. I think he would have had the same kind of career. And I mean, if he hadn't passed making the Crow, I think he would have went on to do all types of stuff. I don't know how that would work, but sure. Yeah, Mark Dacascos, and it's unfortunate too because I just saw him in this movie, Knights of the Zodiac, which I think Common Rider requested that, and it's such an awful film. Man, I don't know if he likes the movie, and that's fine if he does, but that movie was just bad. Mark Dacascos is in it; he's wasted. Sean Bean, Famke Johnson. It's just a very bad anime adaptation. I had a hard time sitting through it. Yeah, I'd rather watch Double Dragon. I have a feeling that would be better. Have you ever seen that movie, Alex? Knights of the Zodiac that came out this year? Yeah, I heard about that. Apparently, that's Michael Mann's next movie. He's making a Heat 2, which I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it was hard enough to sit through that movie, and a few times throughout the movie, I would pause it, walk around a little bit, come back, and then play it, or I would plot like, pause the movie, get up, clean up, then come back. It's just awful. If Don the Dragon Wilson was in the Expendables, yeah, sure, why not? I wouldn't say that because I like this new trailer that this film he's doing called The Beekeeper. That looks interesting. I just think that Statham could do better. Um, I haven't seen the Meg 2, but I just think he can do better. Yeah, I mean, by the third Expendables 4, that was awful. And I know Matt did a rant on that movie. And I knew it was a matter of time before somebody was going to request that movie. But yeah, Expendables 4 is trash. If you think the third film is bad, the fourth movie, um, it's an embarrassment. Matt said it best. It's an embarrassment to the franchise. I mean, well, the first movie is the best one, but it's an embarrassment to see Stallone in there for 5 minutes. Megan Fox takes over the team in the second half of the film, but that's a whole nother. I talked about the movie and gave away a bunch of stuff, and it's a very bad film. I mean, it's a brain dead sequel. Yeah, why couldn't you get Pierce Brosnan in there and Michael John White, James Woods? Instead, we needed Andy Garcia and 50 Cent and Megan Fox. Like Tony Jaa is a name that makes sense. He belongs in that type of movie. So if you're a fan of Tony Jaa, you're going to be disappointed. He's brought in like in the second half of the film, and he's given nothing to do. He teams up with Statham to rescue the team, but you barely get anything with Tony John Statham. Exactly. Iki Uwais, I've never seen The Raid, but if you're a fan of him, he's a villain that there's nothing to him. There's just nothing to him as a villain. He can't carry the movie as one villain. You need like 4 or 5 villains. I would not want to see a Corn Pops movie. Well, as of late, Stallone has, I don't know what Stallone's doing. It seems like for me, ever since The Expendables 2, it's been this. Tulsa King was that for a little bit, which I liked the show, but I don't think it's going to continue. I don't know what happened to Stallone. Stallone hasn't made the best choices. And ever since Expendables 2, it's been like more valleys than peaks. I haven't seen that movie. But if anybody is thinking about watching Expendables 4, and again, I did not pay to see it. I'm warning you, it's embarrassing, it's awful, it's trash. It takes the cake of being the worst. So yeah. Yeah, the Tulsa King wasn't bad. I've seen most of it. But I don't think it's going to happen. Like, I don't think there's going to be another season for some reason. Brad Dourif as an Expendables villain, maybe like he could work, but I don't see him like facing off against, like Dolph Lundgren or Jet Li. Maybe he could be some sort of like, supporting villain where maybe like a silent killer, but not somebody that would put up a fight. Okay, I have to watch that. Yeah, why didn't Robert Patrick have a part? I'm a little surprised that he didn't play the Andy Garcia type or that character in that movie. But why didn't Robert Patrick appear? Like even in the second film or whatever. You could have gave him like a Harrison Ford type role. Yeah, I've seen Charlotte's Web, but it's been years. Drake and Josh, to be honest, by that point, I wasn't really into Nickelodeon. I lost interest and I was getting a little bit old. Like, I felt like I was too old for that kind of stuff. Yeah, see, that's why I would say if you want Brad Dourif, if you have him play a villain in like an Expendables type movie, then have him play like, like a slimy, you know, uh, villain type. He's not going to give you any martial arts, but maybe he could be like some sort of, torturer, like a villain that torches people, tortures, not torches, tortures people. He could be like a villain that tortures, one of the guys. Exactly. I still want to see that movie. I can imagine Double Dragon's even better than the Expendables 4. I have to go with Last Action Hero. Yeah, but even before then, like I would say around right when the 2000s hit, things were starting to change for Nickelodeon, and that's when I kind of like jumped off for me when SpongeBob came onto the scene and Dora. Um, those two shows really took off, and after that, I just kind of jumped off. That's where I jumped off for me. Well, I haven't seen either, really. I mean, I know what they are, but I haven't seen much of those shows. Yeah, yeah. Speed 2 is better than Expendables 4. More stuff happens. Yeah, even Street Fighter rather watch. At least Street Fighter has what's his name? Raul Julia. No, we don't need a Backstreet Boys biopic. That's the last thing I want to see. I've never seen The Gambler with James Caan. Never seen it. But I might go on for another like 10 minutes here. I wanted to do like a little quick stream today because I have to leave in a little bit to go to the DMV, get my license renewed. I haven't been to the DMV in years. The Postman I've never seen with Kevin Costner. I've never seen that. Oh God, here we go. Um, Alec Baldwin. Thomas can run over him. Feed to the Jupiter Clan. Woody Allen and Army Hammer could get the other one. I'm sorry about that. I mean, I never really got into like even Bob the Builder. I mean, I know what it is, but again, I was just too old by that point. I mean, it's not something I would do. I wouldn't go back and rewatch it. I mean, but I mean, I hope you get better, and yeah, I mean, I hope things get better. Magazines. I think back in the day, I had like maybe one or two Nickelodeon magazines. I remember them. Seth MacFarlane's better because he didn't kill anybody. I mean, so I mean that's I don't like Family Guy, but Seth MacFarlane didn't kill anybody. So I mean, that's not even a question. Have a good one, Alter. Yeah, I mean, see, even like today, I mean, we talked about the Mortal Kombat reboot, but you can't even like if you try to redo Street Fighter Double Dragon, they wouldn't be as fun. Even if like let's say Street Fighter and Double Dragon are not good movies, or you wouldn't even call them great movies, but there was a sense of like fun to them where it's like now I don't know, like they try to be bad on purpose, and it just doesn't come off as natural. If that makes any sense, like, man, I'd rather watch the 1994 Street Fighter. I'd rather watch Double Dragon than a lot of movies that we got this year. because I know what they are, and those movies are what they are. But yeah, I'll make it 15 minutes here. So I'll go on for 15 minutes. I said 10, but we'll make it 15. Yeah, The Rock has a fetish for the jungle, and every movie that he's done, well, as of late, he's in the jungle. Yeah, so I think I do. I would love to watch it if it's on Tubi. Let me know. I would go check it out. Sit up a little bit. So, on a random note, I was just thinking about this because I know me and Matt Thomas were supposed to do the Craven Files, but our schedules are kind of like, clashing where any night when he's available, I'm working or it's a work night and I have to get up. And it's just, our schedules are not meeting right now. So we haven't been able to get up and do that. Um, but I will talk to him again and see what we can do because I know Jack Craven, he sent more stuff. Jack Craven, if you're watching, I really do appreciate you sending the information and I don't want to let it sit there. So we're trying to get this thing going and, start recording that discussion series. It's just, me and Matt, we're trying to get our schedules right to finally get together and, it's been all over the place. Yeah, Coach is a fun series. I've heard about that show, but I've never seen it. I keep thinking with that show, the Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. I think maybe I have like a vague memory of the show way back in the day, like in the mid '90s, maybe when it was on, like a very vague memory, but I never watched it. Yeah, I mean, the 1995 Mortal Kombat has more charm, more personality, a great soundtrack. It was entertaining, and it just has so much more than what the reboot had. So I haven't watched the reboot in a couple of years. So yeah, no, I've never seen that. A Herbie movie with Bruce Campbell. Yeah, that's the 2020 movie. Yeah, 2021 movie was disappointing and mediocre. Growing Pains, I remember, but I never got into the show. Yeah, Doug. Yeah, that was good back in the day on Nickelodeon. Yeah, I remember that. Um, yeah, I'll agree with that. Even though I did own both back in the day, but yeah, PlayStation was a great. I've never seen Head of the Class. So for the 7 people that are watching, and I have thought about doing this again, but it just depends on if you guys want to see me try to do PC playthroughs again. I don't know what's a good game for PC that you guys would like for me to try, or if you're interested in seeing that, let me know because I have Steam and I would like to try that again. Like maybe if there's a if there's a game out there you guys want me to try, or if there's what I can look at. Again, I have Steam, so I can try to go through and see what they have. I would be curious to see if Hitman, like how that would do on PC, because I would love to play any of those on PC. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure my computer can handle it, but I don't know how the gameplay would be. Doom, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I remember back in the day. I think I used to come home after school and watch it. Postal, I've never seen. I mean, I've never. You mean Portal? I've heard of Portal. Yeah, because I had now Half Life will be fun. Like I've played a I've beaten Half Life before in Half Life 2. I would love to revisit those games again. House of the Dead, never played. Dangerous Minds, uh, I have it in my collection, but I've never seen it. And Mr. Church, I've never seen. Hiccups. Do I like wings? Like the TV show or chicken wings? I've never seen the show, but I've heard of it. If you're talking about the TV show, I remember. Well, I don't remember the show, but I know what the TV show is. Wolfenstein. Okay, I will have to look on Steam. Yeah, that's a good song. Gangsta's Paradise. Yeah, I have. I know I have the movie. It's in my collection. I have to find it. One thing that I would love to do is to put my collection in alphabetical order, but that would take a little time, or at least try to catalog all of the movies that I have. So that's something that I need to do and figure out how many do I have and can I put them in order? Because I have those behind me and I have that over there. I've never seen that movie. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Yeah, I've seen some gameplay of that. Favorite Tom Atkins film? I don't know if I have a favorite. I mean, I've met him before and he was very nice. And believe it or not, as far as like conventions go, he was like the first person that I met because I went back in 2014 and that was like the first convention that I ever went to. And Tom Atkins was the first person that I met, and he didn't charge anything. It was a free picture and a very nice guy. Tom Atkins is very nice. So the first persons, like celebrity wise, that I've met was Tom Atkins, and got a free picture. So that was nice. That's cool. Getting a PlayStation 3. Yeah, I remember Ed, Ed and Eddie. Yeah, I think if I got that picture somewhere, if I go through my social media, I could find the picture. It was like me, Tom Atkins, and my dad. Is Tom Hanks? What did Tom Hanks do now? What did Tom Hanks do now? I've never seen Barbarella, but I'm going to sign off in about 4 minutes here. So if you guys want to keep asking questions, fire away. I'm going to try to get as much done here in the next 4 minutes. Yeah, Cartoon Network. Yeah, I watched that back in the day. Yeah, Thief with James Caan's a good movie. Favorite anthology movie? Probably, I would say Creep Show, which is funny. I see it right there. I need to rewatch it again. I would say for the moment, Cat's Eye, because I seem to be more familiar with that. Like Creep Show, I haven't seen in some years, but Cat's Eye, I've seen in the last couple of years. So I would say Cat's Eye. Stripperella, never seen. I've never seen Tales from the Hood. Midnight Horror Anthology movie. I don't have a favorite. Yeah, yeah, those old Hanna Barbera cartoons that were fun. Yeah, I remember Lou Ferrigno and King of Queens. I remember I never really got into the show, but I remember he was in a few episodes. Yeah, I believe it. Have I seen the Flintstones Christmas special? No, never seen it. Yeah, I would say New Line Cinema back in the day, Universal, 20th Century Fox. Yeah, those are my favorites back in the day, of course. But I'll take one more question here. Wow, man, why is it always I'm about to sign off? You jump in. Damn it. Wild man beyond in the house. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I've been only going for like an hour here. I'm about to leave and go run a couple of errands. But Wild Man Beyond, it's great to see you. It's always when I'm about to leave, you show up. It's like the transmission is late to Mars. Damn it, Wild Man. No, you're fine, Wild Man, though. We all love some Wild Man Beyond. And one day we're going to get Wild Man back in here and we're going to go wild in the stream. One night, again, we're going to do like a hangout and we're going to go ape. John Carpenter is better. But yeah, so like I said, I have to run out to the DMV here in a little bit. But to everybody watching, thank you for jumping in there. And again, to Wild Man Beyond, we're definitely going to. Okay, so yeah, I did talk about that earlier in a post. I talked about that movie, and it was a weird movie. Kevin Bacon, his character in that movie is deranged. I don't know if I'm going to review it, but I might. Um, now that I've already seen it and I've talked about it and mentioned it, I might have to review it. But to everybody who jumped in here for a little bit, thank you. And I will be back with another stream soon. And, before this weekend is over, because next weekend I'm going out of town. So we'll have to do this again. But thank you, everybody. Have a good one. And I will see you guys later.